Okay, I'm gonna go into map 5 here. Map 4 was Terminal Hardpoint, which doesn't even matter anymore because they removed the game mode from the game. So yeah, well, I'm just gonna jump to Invasion S&D here.
Right from Carson, this map, you almost feel like it was me.
By the way, Faze Black won the Terminal Hardpoint.
Cray's pretty much on an island here, playing over towards what is the old P1. Glow Frosty making sure he just gets a couple of checks over.
So fairly standard. Checks his fast A straight away. You get one guy you get calf first for sure. So like calf control is kind of for the offensive team to take, not the defensive team. Guy Stonewall and guy on site. Guy Stonewall just watching the OE here so he can call if someone hits his construction. Not really here to get any kills.
Towards A Street, but for all intents and purposes, no one wants to make a first move to this point. Krem thinking about it. Does that door get heard being popped open? Craze is ready for it. First blood good, but the trade does come through. We'll go 3v3.
So calf control, they took it. It was, you know,
gonna start manovering past B-Dom.
they were the ones that have to break it. So.
Inside a DVD alleyway. Exceed's getting a lot of information, but he doesn't like the push so far. So a lot of time to try to make this decision.
Silence echoes over.
But yeah, no, they're not even worried about bridge.
Just kind of holding
and Frosty can check that bomb. Yeah, he sees him. You can cross the bomb. Oh my god. I think Brack, yeah, he just planted away from bridge. Who the fuck does that? He just planted away from the bridge. So he saw him cross the bomb, but he couldn't kill him. Because he planted on the other end, and his teammate played for that kill.
Just waiting for
That's silly. That is silly.
Realistically, actually coming through P4. Gio's just waiting for the check. Brack, he knows he needs to check this sometime soon, and Gio needs to get this kill.
Have to have it right here, but
you can wallbang that. Don't know why you didn't try that.
Follow up though from Wiz. Oh, he gets shut down on the pinch. Oh, complete fumble here from Lord Gaming, trying to bait out this Faze Black post plant. Now it's just down to Gio. Gets the first cleanly. Second,
oh my god.
Given to him. 1v1.
Oh my god.
Side of the tank, he needs to find it. Need to find it quickly.
Oh good shit.
Exceed not gonna double check it, and there's no time for the defuse. Exceed will just force the gunfight because why not? And a little bit extra, Caden. Okay. Moans and groans across.
Yeah, if we're talking about nitpicky, best thing he could have done right there was like ran a little bit towards the bomb, then started pre-firing through the wall, through the doorway. And as soon as you got hit markers, start moving your aim to the left, and you might just kill him.
Across the venue for a first round little body shoot.
Actually comedic.
That's true. It's kind of
your first time seeing Exceed play the game? Like, come on. He's up on serious point.
I think he can wallbang through the other wall too, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie, that post plant was something.
Yeah.
You end up forcing out the 3v3. You end up playing in a position to at least watch the longer line of sight that could be that B cutoff. You have the assistance for Brack that he has to check the bomb out through the backside of Hotel. Chef's kiss. Love to see it. The response would be typical, to say the least, out of Laura on their opening offense.
Defensively for Faze Black, a little bit of aggression here over towards mid-tank. Trophy system will keep Exceed nice and safe. Lore Gaming, early eyes towards B. Kremp on the aggressive crossing check over through Dark. So this will be the first obstacle here for Lore if they do commit to trying to play forward.
Hey, finding the opening. Not checking his bridge. So I think he was playing there at the beginning. He's playing Island. Frosty, like I said, very structured player, Island kind of guy.
Still have Glow Frosty on an island as well. He's making sure no one lurks up A Street. Thing is, Asim could possibly still hit this flank. You've got a crossing check from Exceed. Brack, next one up. Only able to find one. Just did not hold down the trigger. Lots of damage, though. Confirmed.
Yep.
Nade.
Honorary kill to Brack
there.
there.
So we'll go 2v2. Here's the position for Asim. Not able to win the gunfight versus Gio, surprisingly enough. Looked like he had the jump on him.
Yeah, he should have.
Go to a 1v2 for Exceed trying to convert.
Oh, 1v1 you mean?
He's up on the god wall. He's going to take down
That was silly.
Bomb has been dropped.
You think I'm expecting Exceed to be there? Like, definitely not, but...
Exceed is valuing his life. Back-to-back 1v1s. What's the timing looking like? Gio's going for the chase.
This is bold. This is where it's walled open. Oh, as he checks it. Yeah,
that's common.
You're not going to go ahead and body shoot and have that in response there, young man.
I love the business casual face coming out from Gio as well. I mean, again, it was an egregious call to try to chase out for the kill, but he trusted the information that he got from his teammate that he, in fact, repositioned through Palace. And sometimes you do get baited, of course, from those death screens. But regardless of the matter, Gio just trusting his gunny, trusting that he can win the gunfight, gets that plus the round win.
I think Gio wanted to go.
5-1 now for Gio.
I think Gio actually wanted to go American so he could look like he could check the bomb site. Like just watch over the bomb site. And he just happened to stumble across him because he never thought that he would not be playing for the win.
He's going to have some rotating support from either Gio or Glowfrosty, whoever decides to give him a little bit of assistance. And Faze Black are going to try to feel things out over towards mid-lobby. Haven't seen anything yet, but this looks like they're trying to figure out, is Cray still playing the same position he had?
I might be wrong about that, though.
This is part of the annoying part of facing a player like Cray. That stun's going to connect. They know that there's going to be a player lurking around B-Dom, but what corner is he in?
Yeah, they think he's behind Tank.
Fucking anywhere, yeah.
So do they actually try to push through this? Cray still holding the angle. Still no dedicated rotate from Lore over from the B side of the map. Glowfrosty just continued to go back and forth over top of Park.
Yeah, by the way, Frosty's playing a very standard position here. This is very standard. You have one guy on the wall. You have one guy on B. You have one guy playing somewhere over here on right side court. And then you have a guy on A.
Trying to isolate over towards Tank side. Cray's able to go 1-for-1. That's fine. Defense can now move.
You just try and finesse a blood.
Trying to maneuver over towards A. Kremps currently trying to create a little bit more space, but Glowfrosty's holding the bridge.
Yep.
Very tough
Frosty, very structured. Very difficult kill for sure.
Read. Knowing that Glowfrosty's playing towards bridge side,
Then assuming, and then saying, Frosty's saying, hey, they're not even going to bother going A street because they think I'm bridge. So I'm just going to leave. Like, yeah, just my presence there earlier in the round is going to deter them from even thinking about it.
B1 over towards the B side. So now Wiz has to check this from Ice Cream. No commitment for the plant yet. If Wiz could take down the bomb carrier, he could single-handedly win the round. What a challenge from Wiz. Was there enough time? It was really close.
Yeah, he definitely got it.
Holding for the plant and just barely gets it down. So now Glowfrosty 1v2.
Got to reposition all the way through Hotel. So much space.
Frosty looking for the guy that was here, and they ended up lapping each other. Ah,
he was the bomb planter.
That's fun.
Where the hell did Kremp go? He's all the way to the backside of P4 through the courtyard.
It's just the way the road.
Execution coming through for FaZe Clan Black and put themselves in a position to know what was their biggest problem to be able to to take that AS&D in their opening offense.
Yep.
They have to find where Cray's located at. So they send two players through Hotel. They flush him out from that stun. A trade is fine. And then once they have the numbers advantage, as you wonderfully pointed out there, Alan, you take that numbers advantage and you bring it over towards B.
Wiz gave him a go. I mean, 0.4 seconds was the difference between a possible clutch-up moment. So FaZe up 2-1. Look at this setup for the defense. Three-man hit through bus. Glowfrosty, the only one in position number 8.
It's a van.
Not
a bus.
He has any idea. No, sure does. It gets completely
Yep, they play for the island player. So as an island player, like, you have to be prepared for that. Like, you cannot go down first. And this is very bad. I'm not even sure how many players he had info on. He might have only seen, like, 2. It's actually worth checking to see how they respond.
Through bus? Glowfrosty, the only one in
So he just sees one fire tank right now. He's
number 8 in yellow.
I think.
I don't think he
So he knows there's 2.
has any idea. No, sure
But they have no idea 3.
does. It gets
Like,
completely
and if
caught
they
by
watch the cross at the beginning of the fucking round, man.
surprise, but do they get the read of how many players push up? Because you can still plant this and hold a really solid post plant.
Exceed. Watching the cross. Wiz elects to drop the bomb just outside of B. They need to get Exceed out of that position. Craze delivers on the good.
That is so brilliant from Wiz. Dropping the bomb, pushing through Ice Cream. Gio gets stunned, so he knows that there are players on this flank. So we get a 3v3 post plant, and now essentially the map is just flipped. Offense playing from the defensive side and vice versa. Here comes the full surround from FaZe Black. Stuns, they think that he's up top. Not the case. Smoke comes through. This is getting a little messy here for FaZe. They just cannot find Gio. He is out of there.
What a play. That is...
Chase me if you want it. A little...
Asim also, like, reading that he's running out of there. But what a play out of Gio. That... I mean, he's going to run right into Brack, but... buying that much time. And now the guy Broken's kind of isolated. He's just clueless.
Cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Finally, Gio gets dealt with, but he may have done his job right there by killing about 20 seconds off.
I don't know if it's about. I don't know if he bought enough time, but if he could have just found a way.
Clock. Now a Seam over the top. Nice shots towards Craze, but he keeps his life. 2v2. Here comes the pitch, though, from Brack. 1v1 with Wiz. Wins the first one. Now to the pistol. Not going to work out. Just enough time for a defuse and a 3-1 tally.
I think he about could have just stayed prone right there. I don't think he needed to do all that.
With maybe about a second and a half, almost 2 seconds to spare for Faze Black. Again, that's what you have to do, I guess, when you defensively roll out and just rush a street. I guess. You got that first blood, but you allowed that BS&D to be looked at so freely from Lore. And as we already pointed out from Wiz, I mean,
oh, even got him off sprint,
it's quite literally his wheelhouse. Just to be able to drop that bomb, go for the challenge, take down Exceed alongside his teammate, plant that sucker. But with the timing in the favor for Faze, they end up sending one player around the pinch over by Ice Cream to allow the other teammates to pinch over by Cage. A wonderful retake, albeit with a few seconds to spare.
Just needs to be noted, we talked about this a couple maps ago, talking how Faze Black, so many veterans, would they be finding themselves in a position of too many cooks in the kitchen? I'll say Asim has kind of taken the general hat. Every time we get to his camera, he's the one kind of calling things through, and that's an important note, I think, for possible CDL prospects for players and teams who may need the addition of what Asim can bring to the table. Back into the round, though, we go. 3-1 tally. Offense looking to kind of make its way through A Street again, but look at the aggression here from Lore.
Yeah, so they're double playing for A Street. They're kind of setting up. This is not a round where they're making a play very quickly, trying to take map control quickly. They're just XP starring it, I guess, which is kind of how Invasion works, though, because like you can just kind of like set up and, you know, try and work something mid-round.
Players trying to stack up through mid-DVD.
Very standard 3-lane map, so it's doable.
Shoulders through top treehouse. Oh,
you don't get punished as much for not taking early map control and shit.
He just elects to reposition as his bomb is slowly being executed over towards A. The smoke comes through. It's gonna allow Krem to push.
Good wrap, and now we have Exceed on the island. And if I'm not mistaken, Geo might expect this.
Over by bridge.
Yeah, this post plant would be disastrous if the bomb.
I think Geo disconnected from the game.
Could get planted towards street side.
No, he is prone. I was looking at the arrow, bro. I was like, how is he not watching that?
He's moving forward, takes away that opportunity.
He's just prone.
Well done, just from a battle of positioning. The rest of Lore, though, have to fight this from mid-tank, and Kreb is deep. I mean, deeper than deep. Low Frosty.
Oh.
Okay. Does get taken down. Took a little bit longer than you would have expected, but Craze is still in a position to watch this plant. It's a full wrap back over towards B, and Lore are now stuck mid-map.
Oh, this is silly. Exceed, he ended up...
Oh, Seam goes down. Exceed is in a very good spot.
Repositioning through the middle of the map to take a look at that BS&D lane. They lose a Seam along
Not so much anymore.
the way, but that bomb needs to be planted. Running out of time.
Mystery on both sides. Here comes the hit through Dark. Wiz gets the first, traded by Kremp. Bomb not planted, just gonna come down to the kills, and Lore will find the eliminations needed to get themselves to a 3-2.
That's the difference between someone who who's good with their pistol and someone who isn't. Absolutely no reason Exceed does not have his pistol out there.
Oh man, they almost got away with it too. But still, Lore shut it down. They bring this back within one. Just got to realistically find a value for Craze, who keeps on finding different positions on defense. But offense has been going back and forth. It's been going down to just about 10 seconds before the round ends, before the bomb actually does get planted. What does Lore elect to do here on their offense?
Well, Frosty just looking for long-range engagements over towards A. Same can be said for Craze to the middle of the map. Nothing too peculiar here from either side setup. You do have Kremp looking to get a bit of a later route towards his front side at Treehouse. So he will be a bit of an issue while he's got support from Brack at range. And Lore have not committed to this yet. Still trying to feel it out.
Yeah. Slow playing B.
Full 3v3 over by the BS&D.
No one ever hits mid, so you're fine.
Fight through the middle of the map where Exceed has head glitches galore. And the bomb has now completely repositioned to get inside a hotel. This might just have to be an AX queue.
Glow Frosty's got the superior angle. He's here first over towards A Street. Asim can only do so much. Could be a chance to plant here. Problem would be, can we get more damage over to Exceed? Get him to shrug off this angle. There's the intel. Craze stepping forward, has now one mid-tank.
Yep.
But still, lack of confidence if they can actually get this bomb planted.
You know that there's a guy dark. Very.
Where he is.
Oh, can he see under
waiting
the
for the
fence
execute,
there?
waiting for the retake potentially. Starting to march a little bit forward though. Wiz
They
finds
get
that
the guy
first one
dark.
to exceed. That bomb needs to get planted.
Long route from Kremp, maybe what FaZe Black defensively need to break down this setup. It looks like they're looking for him. Lord seemed to have an idea that he's back here somewhere, somehow. Yep, there's the confirmation.
Love
Freeze
that,
does
love
look
it.
to take it down. 3v3, quick isolation trying to come through, but Kremp keeps his life. Keep your focus back over towards the bomb site now. Yeah, Brack's making his first move. You've got Geo in freezer, playing from behind the door. He's got.
You can wallbang that, by the way. If you're gonna close the door and show that you're there, you might as well just wallbang the corner. Like, you can wallbang that.
Pop it. Able to do so just perfectly as the first.
Seam isn't wallbang. They don't know. They don't know you can't. What?
Attempt for the defuse comes out. Back and forth to go. 1v1. Blow Frosty. A seam. Not gonna find an angle. Right.
Dude, how do they not know? You can shoot straight through the fucking wall. Like, it's not even there. You still killing like 4 or 5 bullets.
Through the fire truck. That's good for the kill. And now we're tied up at 3.
Hell of a time to show up to get your first few kills if you are Glow Frosty. In a massive way, as you were already talking about, that ever so tussle that was going across the water street between Glow Frosty and Asim just had to accumulate to Glow Frosty getting up towards that fire truck. Once he gets in that superior positioning, as you were talking about, it meant that the bomb could then wrap back over towards AS&D. And I gotta say, the mental warfare that's been going on between Craze and Exceed on who's in what position around B-Dom has been very fun to watch. Craze getting the better of him that time around helped Wiz find that first blood for the A execute.
It's like trading pawns until finally you can put yourself in a position to take some power pieces. Glow Frosty now right back over towards mid-tank. Good look at Kremp. Can't find the kill, but at least a little bit of information saying FaZe are playing over the middle of the map. No rotation yet. Craze is playing just a different angle here, watching over the A site very avidly.
Nobody's over by bridge, so Water Street could just be the push that Brack's going to be looking for. Now, you never want to count out that someone's like
This late hit through A Street here. I mean, they are not ready for this in the slightest. I don't know why they have so many people committing to... Like, sure, you want someone to be helping Frosty so no one just hits up his tank, kills him and Craze for free. But I don't understand how being back Palace is the answer. Maybe because he can kind of fast help B-side, but
prone behind the
I don't love it.
Well, this is now position number 5. Just playing in a one-off angle here by AS&D.
Oh, and he
So
sees
same
people
thing
there.
that they did last round too. Smoke, triple, like 2 cross, 3 there. Just assume that nobody is A Street.
He just needs to keep his life. Good support over the top. Lots of damage being tallied. Craze stunned, naded, but keeps his life. And now look at the defensive rotation. Lore are very aware that this waterside street is completely open for FaZe Black to use. First kill also tallied for FaZe Black as they kind of measure their approach, back up, and now keep their focus over top A.
Quad AR setup coming through for FaZe. They're trying to cut them down as they're rotating on over towards AS&D. Geo, stunned, not going to connect with anything, but the bomb is very much still lurking towards A.
And it looks like Lord is saying, let him have street. Time's ticking.
Yeah, and there's that close tank. Whoa. I don't know. Frosty just tweaked or something.
We got to make sure they just don't plant, but the problem is mid-map is also being avidly watched, and FaZe Black find the kills. Flawless round coming through for their 4th.
And there's that adjustment, again, coming through from FaZe on an offense, no less. Just quad ARs, just trying to get themselves in a position to be able to watch all those different crosses. Once you end up at least seeing that, well, there's nobody over by bridge. Brack was holding that pre-aim since realistically the beginning of the round. Puts himself in a position to be able to get in a better position to be able to watch the crosses and exits as everybody was leaving Palace and over by the BS&D. And Asim, as you were talking about, General Hat is on, commanding the troops. Or just now a handful of rounds away from being the boss.
Okay, so Frosty watches the cross here. Very standard shit. And it sees like fucking 1 guy here, 2 guys mid-cross. So, like, standard here, if you know there's some mid-heavy, it's kind of best to just swing through one side and get control towards the middle. So, like, if they're going to go B here, get a guy in DVD. Like, and then just swing kind of as outward as humanly possible. And you can work info if they're broken. You're going to be able to catch the tank cross because you know that two cross mid, like if your like cross spot is able to see that clearly, but you basically know nothing's going to be tank without you seeing them. Nothing's going to be able to cross broken without you seeing them. The only thing they can hit is kind of DVD, and they can hit DVD through mid, and they can pressure there. I really hate this out of Faze here.
Open champion.
I don't feel like this is a break off. So what happens here too, by the way, is he gets in calf and he cuts this cross through the calf window. You do on your defenses, you actually do get into calf and look through these windows and see this cross before the other team actually crosses, by the way. So this is a way to watch cross if the other team, isn't playing calf heavy. Some teams, it's very, very team dependent. Some teams play through calf very heavy. Like they play like every round because they have an SMG and that SMG just loves cafe. But in this situation, like no one's doing it. On defense, no one's playing calf. And Frosty right here is the only guy. They catch 3 on cross. So this guy Calf knows that he doesn't have to worry about Glow Frosty hitting into his cafe and shooting him in the back, because Glow Frosty is a very slow island player who always plays deep in the back. And also they triple hit him, isolated him earlier, and killed him for free without a trade, because like just because they knew kind of how he played and where he played. And that's not going to make Frosty play more aggressive. It's going to make him play more conservative, which is why he's all the way back here now. So, yeah, this is actually a pretty good call out of Faze. Playing this cross, because you just, after seeing 3 cross, knowing Frosty's the guy that didn't cross, playing the cafe cross and not even beginning to worry here. Also, wait, Frosty might have been the one to actually have watched cross. In which case, wait, I went back too far, did I not? I can't tell. 3 cross, so yeah, Frosty was the one who watched cross. So this guy, never mind all that. But like, I would have assumed that to be true. I doubt there's many rounds in Glow Frosty's history of Invasion S&D where he has hit into this door regardless. But yeah, they see him here. Run back. So this guy sees 3 cross, then 1 ran back.
Faze Black double hit over through dark. Aggressive trophy system also comes into play. So Krem's looking for an opener, but does not catch Lore Gaming by surprise. Quick first blood tallied, and now Faze Black have to kind of really.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't like their B approach, because this DVD push up is extremely risky, but it can reward you, but not usually. Like, best case scenario, there's 3 B cross, you're fast hitting, DVD alley, and in this case he was playing a weird angle that might have actually been, kind of good. But basically best case scenario, you're just killing a guy and getting insta-traded. So like, it's not wonderful. It's just kind of, maybe you can bait the guy DVD, assume that, not more than 1 player is playing DVD, and then your guy mid can like actually get DVD control after, some sort of fight breaks down. Maybe you get your trade if guy breaks DVD door, chows you, kills you, you get him weak, runs back in. This guy mid tank can actually just bust through. Especially if you assume that Glow Frosty is playing the full OEs and not like the mid cut. Which was true at that timing. He was not ready for that mid cut hit.
Just reaction to losing Kremp as that first blood. Tries to get up through B-Dom. Be able to cut down players, maybe inside a blue. Might catch an awkward timing versus Glow Frosty.
I would like to say that you don't see a lot of teams defensively push through this mid cut, like, ever. But this would be one of the situations where it's actually good. There are situations where it's pretty good, and I feel like if you see 2 close mid cross, that should warrant somebody watching it, and then nobody on Lore even watched it at all. So like, Frosty didn't really have it, and then this number 5 here, Geo got here late, so there was plenty of time for something to happen.
inside of rugs, just trying to see where a seam might have relocated at. Even with the numbers advantage, this is invasion, search, and destroy. So many more corners need to be cleared before you can execute towards B.
Lord making their move, cleaned out Dark. Now they've got B Tank. Shots coming out from Exceed. Brack still hiding, but no, Wiz very quick to find the kill. Good team shots coming out for Lore. That will immediately lead to a plant. Seam trying to play off of a flank, but same can be said for Glow Frosty. Oh my goodness, Exceed's damage at range nearly took him out of the...
Yeah, so Big OE here. How did this break down? Sorry, I literally took a sip on my fucking drink.
Brack still hiding, but no.
So yeah.
Wiz very quick to find the kill. Good team shots.
And I think Brack also played that exact angle, just close construction. Brilliant.
Out for Lore, that will immediately lead to a plant. Seam trying to play off of a flank, but same can...
Yeah, and this guy's expecting a guy to be back here, but doesn't work out.
Oh my goodness, Exceeds damage at range nearly took him out of the picture, but in the same breath, the players from on top of the bomb cleaned things up, and we...
Boys, this time around from Lore to download what Faze Black are throwing at them defensively. Now we'll switch sides once again.
Okay, so once again, Kremp watches cross, Frosty watches cross.
Stevenson around number 9.
Weird, like you would expect Frosty to watch the cross. I would not be expecting Kremp to watch the cross. That's kind of silly.
Traditional double stacked.
So standard one-on-one here. The guy A Street typically is able to push up and get fire tank control if he needs to. If you have a guy that pushes into Cafe, it's kind of useful because he can kind of chow where the other team would have to cut. So let's see here.
Over the top of B for Lore.
Yeah, so he spots this guy A Street, but number 2 doesn't like stop and try and look at it at any point because, well, maybe not because, but that's a good idea because if someone is in your cafe and they can see you, just clear as day. So you think you're getting a free kill, you're not, because you have to open this angle up. And while you're opening that angle up, this guy at Cafe, if he were to be watching cross, could see you the entire time. So
Faze right back to doing whatever he wants at mid, and this time Glow Frosty says no one's coming down Water Street without me looking at you.
yeah, he's officially playing bridge because they've tripled through it 2 times now. So he just says, fuck it, I'm playing fucking bridge.
The bridge.
But once again, like I said earlier, as soon as you spot him there, you just take that play off the table. Like, we're just not going to do it now. And so Frosty has to kind of think about, well, do I just want to get out of here? Like, because I was spotted here. Maybe they want to take me out of the play by assuming that, you know, I'm still going to be here and playing somewhere else on the map. So as an island player, you have to think about those things quite a bit.
This is a very default setup for Lore.
And you see it, you already see his arrow. You can see it literally in his arrow, in his fucking arrow on the minimap. He's like, yeah, I want to get out of here now. They spotted me here. Like, but they went, you know, A Street heavy multiple rounds because they assumed I wasn't here, but now they know I'm here, and I just want to leave now. They're not going to do it.
Reactionary.
I'm not going to let them take me out of the play.
For Lore.
He repositioned so he can actually cross back a little bit quicker, I believe.
Back over towards the middle of the map for Wiz to see if anybody's going to cross over. He's going to exchange pleasantries with a seam at range. Now,
so he's just not going to give up this A Street. He's actually moving deeper. Oh my god.
Like the aggressive positioning for Geo on this B tank.
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking about it at all, to be honest.
Tally him up and then make the call because Craze is on an island. He's got no help.
Saying he's got to think about, you know, those types of things. Nah, he just says, fuck it, they're not getting here. If we lose, we lose. They're not controlling this.
Things at once. Heavy flooded stack here for Faze. Stack in the box front side.
So he's moving a little bit closer now to a spot he can kind of maneuver around. He's now making his play. Geo gets a lot of info, so he knows he's got to do something. I don't know how Geo did not get that kill. I'm not gonna lie. And that he's one-shot call out on construction unfortunately cost them.
Faze Black setting up a little bit of a trap all the way over by Treehouse and inside of Blue, putting themselves up now up on championship point. Water break forward in the middle
in a row.
Let me go back.
Much cramps in a row.
Knowing that moment that it's
I wanted to skip to the round, but I forget it's 2.5 hours, so.
The trap just too good.
Once again, very mid-heavy. I don't like it, but I guess they love it.
Faze Black 1 round away.
Have to have it for Lore. 2 rounds in
Frosty
a row.
spots cross, sees 2. One guy hitting close mid-tank. So, one guy deep, one guy close mid-tank. His A Street's open, he's got to pick it up quick.
Faze Black double stack over towards mid-tank initially. Not going to see.
Okay, and they're... You can't play B Street. Like, you know that only one guy is deep B. And you only spotted one. So I think the goal actually might have been for whoever ran up right side mid here to only show 2 people to Frosty, who was watching cross at the beginning of the round. To only show 2. 1 deep, 1 close tank. 2-2 split, can't overcommit to either side. But then, assuming Frosty gives up this angle, like he did, and then having the guy that was pushing up right side court actually cross late. And now they're kind of almost baiting this BOE. Now, granted, I don't like the idea of them having to play B through dark, but it is kind of sneaky, to say the least. Like, I feel like if this guy shoulders dark, as soon as he shoulders dark, they're not going to be ready for any type of OE that's going to be happening.
Much. Kremp with a sub in hand this time.
But that's very risky, by the way. To run through dark, to throw a shoulder, like, because if someone just peeps out, you're just dead.
May want to push the issue, and boy,
So no, he's just going to chow it. So they get info on the second guy now.
He ever. Oh my goodness, this could be how he wins.
Yeah. I don't think... Clearly, the bomb carrier is not ready for a guy to be here this quick. They're assuming that someone is going to be playing like towards A side or A street side. Like standard is like left or this part of court. Like this half of court right here that I'm going over. I'm just making circles around. That's what they're expecting. That guy to be there. And so after seeing this guy dark, they're still not ready for this guy to be here. But in reality, he wasn't playing this angle, holding this little trash can, like holding all this like everyone else does. In reality, he just immediately crossed over and is already in your DVD.
Wins the championship. Timing is going to be everything.
And so 2 DVD is kind of major here.
Nades over the top from his teammates. Here's the push. For the
yeah,
first.
And they're just not ready for it at all.
Looking to double down, but very wisely backs off.
Frosty's completely out of the play. And this is bad SMD. I don't know what you're doing, dude. Like, you got to move, bro. I think he doesn't want to drop his iron so that he can potentially kill the guy running out of DVD. And if he's caught mid-sprinting, he can't do that. So maybe that's the case, but...
Crazy able to confirm one trade, but again...
Yeah, so right here, Frosty's going to get this kill.
Utility's so good for Faze Black. Glow Frosty does confirm the trade eventually.
That's what he wants. And then he picks up his OE. Bruh. No one is ever going to OE on Glow fucking Frosty. Okay? He's not gonna let it happen under any fucking circumstance. This is comedy. And since he saw a 2 cross this way, I think he's still expecting a guy to be kind of like over here. Especially since he was top gas and he never saw another guy cross to mid while he was, you know, playing for this guy DVD. Although they killed 2 guys DVD. So I think technically he should know. Like, if he had every piece of information available, he should know that there's no one on OE.
Go to a 2v2.
Bomb dropped. Exceed. Looking for more space. Geo looking to collect. Oh,
Because neither guy that was just in DVD could have possibly have pushed through B Street.
gunfight to take for yourself, young man.
Well, I guess the first guy did push up. Maybe.
But Brack there for the trade 1v1.
Never mind, I'm tweaking, allegedly.
Does Glow Frosty have the discipline to know that Brack is still here? He's still looking over the top of this cross, but he's the one
He's just fighting the urge to check his fucking flank. I already know it.
who has to make the first move. Bomb collected. Brack still tucked in a corner. And Glow Frosty very quietly just says, not all that interested. I'm just going to get out of here if you don't mind.
I don't like what you're selling, Carson. I'm leaving. So a lot more corners to check. That it realistically.
He just says, fuck it. I play the A side of the map every life.
Dark alley that you.
We're playing it A.
Bomb's gonna get planted.
I don't even know how to clear broken.
Maybe more importantly, what route does Brack want to take? Long angle. Shots come through, but Glow Frosty stays alive.
Let's see what
No
Brack
utility for Brack
has
to play with. So it has to again just
cooking
be a
here.
reset 1v1. And Brack is getting aggressive.
I like it.
Glow Frosty's gonna stay
But Frosty's not really tweaking. He's not worried about this OE. He's not worried about getting peaked.
stationary, but no, Glow Frosty's
And that's good. That's something that people don't do well. As soon as you get this guy one shot and you see him run away, a lot of people go to make a play, like Brack is doing right now. What most people like never consider is that you just kind of wait like 4 or 5 seconds, throw a shoulder. Okay, he's not running straight at me, and then you just run where he just was.
Also on the move.
They never
24
expect
seconds on
that.
the clock.
That's a good play.
Frosty checks the bomb. No one's defusing. He can reset for at least another 7.5 seconds. Goes prone just outside DVD.
Oh, that is... I think you even saw him, yeah?
Back on the cross. I think Glow Frosty's just seen him. Yeah, he's backed off. 15, now down to 10 seconds. Brack would have to make the play. Glow Frosty to check the shot.
Oh! Oh!
Plan, but time would have been a bit of an issue. We've got ourselves around 11.
Glow Frosty.
But he's fucking shooting.
Caught Brack a little lacking, just expecting for him to solo execute over towards B. Wonderfully done from the information that he found for himself. Repositioning in and around DVD out of hotel, just trying to at least see where Brack was located at. Oh, man. It's getting closer and closer to around 11 we will go. And realistically speaking, I mean, what do you even try to throw them? Because I honestly thought that Krem's ace was going to be that S&D. Play with the SMG. I thought that honestly he was going to find a little bit more. The bait and switch didn't work out. What do you do here?
And I think that's...
So, I think... Nobody crossed her mid, yeah, sorry. I didn't pay enough attention to that, yeah. See, he gets info 2 cross, 3 cross. And, you know, assuming this guy's playing calf isn't crazy, so they see that the hard committal cross here.
What do you do here? And I think
Sees
that's
2.
really important to ask the question to Laura in particular again. Have not ever
He's playing for Frosty to fast over here. Asima's, yeah. I guess it makes sense because it hasn't kind of been working out for them, and they saw three cross. So, Asim is aware that Frosty is aware that the A Street and kind of the southern half of the map is weak.
Main stage. No players have graced the CDL, so round 11 to stay alive. And
so it's like quite tempting for Frosty to hit through here, but Asim just cuts.
Grand finals here in Boston. Do you keep your cool? Do you trust what you've been able to build? A team that's been together for a week and a half. First shots towards Brack, decent damage, but Brack stays alive. No isolation comes through. That smoke will allow Craze to cross. Brack still finds the first blood. Trade comes out. Back and forth we go, but the bomb is down. And now we have a 2v3.
Yeah, and the trade war just goes in Faze's favor. Number 5 is completely out of the play. That's Geo.
Glow Frosty's nowhere near this play that's starting to manifest for itself, so Geo needs
And obviously Frosty's not in the play. He waits for shit to go down, then he flanks. And I think Asim is playing for him.
hold his time.
Yeah.
Timing is everything going across the
Asim is just playing for him, waiting for him to OE. I don't even think they're worried about him trying to rotate to B directly.
To come through in the middle of the map if Asim wants it.
I don't know if Asim saw him.
No, he didn't.
Pretty positive Glow Frosty at least caught a whiff of Asim out in this movement. Just comes down to which...
That is so unfortunate, honestly. He saw him, but it didn't matter because Asim repositioned into an angle that where like he would have kind of just killed him for free if he just re-peeked back half, which is kind of he had already hit the back half cross. You know what I mean?
Asim gets the kill, just down to Geo. 1v3, have to have it, and he's so worried that Asim is going to collapse at mid-map, but it slipped away. First one's going to be free. Exceed backs up over towards Ice Cream. Actually, he's going to play on Tractor. Geo surely checks this. Trophy system.
Yeah, this is unwinnable.
Down, shots on both sides starting to land.
Geo just got a deceptive amount of hit markers. Wait, I think the camera was switching and I saw the hit markers before the camera officially switched. Yeah, yeah. Very well played by Faze. I feel like that is a lot better Invasion S&D than a lot of the pro teams play. Even a lot of the pro teams just play like kind of this unrealistic expectation of like a certain player OEing, trying to work bloods, and like only like a Beezy or like a Shotzi can really pull that off, and even then they throw sometimes. But yeah, that was actually a very good game of S&D. There was a few like kind of master classes in there. I think Lore's Invasion Control was really good. Like that is extremely good control, and the Terminal S&D I didn't really have a lot of problems with. Like both sides played it at a very high level. The HP was a little different. I feel like the HP there were some problems with the way both teams were going about certain things, but Other than that, though, the S&Ds were very good. The control was very good. And then that hard point. Oh, never mind. That S&D. The terminal hard point, I don't know because I didn't watch it. I just know Phase 1, but yeah. So that's that. I'll leave it there.